We're just about 2 hours away from Apple's, quote, scary fast event. Shares popping more than 1% today ahead of the expected Mac reveal. The company also reports earnings on Thursday. Let's bring in Tom Forte of D.A. Davidson. He's a senior research analyst at the firm. Tom, what are you expecting from this? Is it going to be a Mac reveal? Are we going to be excited about it? What do you think?
So the fact that they're holding it at 8 o'clock Eastern the day before Halloween, I think basically says that this is going to be a trick and not a treat. So what we're looking for is a faster lineup of Macs. When you think of the Mac lineup, it's about 10% of Apple's sales. The challenge for everyone selling laptops and desktops is there was a huge pull forward in demand in the early stages of COVID, and you've seen a decline in units sold for 2 years now. So looking for, a minor announcement from Apple just on the eve of Halloween here.
So what should we be excited about then? What's next to come for Apple is the next big catalyst. I mean, the stock has underperformed. If this isn't going to be it, we just got the iPhone announcement in September. What's next?
Okay, so it's not the iPhone 15. I think historically it's relied on the iPhone to drive the shares higher. So that puts incremental pressure on the Vision Pro, the AR/VR headset that's expected to come at the beginning of next calendar year. The challenge is we don't think Apple can get mass adoption for the AR/VR headset. For starters, they have a $3,499 price point. And by way of comparison, consumers can get a headset from Meta Platforms for $500. So we look to the Vision Pro next.
Tom, how concerned should people be around what's going on with China, with Apple? They banned, obviously, for government employees. I mean, they're probably a whisper away from a countrywide shadow ban. Is that something we should be concerned about or not a big deal?
No, it's a huge concern. When you think about Apple, historically, Tim Cook's done a great job. He's CEO by day and diplomat by night, managing the relationship between the U.S. government and the Chinese government. But I think what you're seeing now is protectionist behavior by both countries, rising escalation between the two countries. I think Apple could get caught in the middle. About 20% of their sales come from China, not to mention their supply chain's overdependent. It's a big risk for Apple.
Tom, it's Karen. Thanks for being on. So we often try to think about what is the right multiple here. Obviously, you have the services business with the gross margin nearly twice, products business. You got to pick a blended multiple. Where do you come out on this?
So I think you can make an argument for, as high as, I guess, mid-teens. To the extent, as you pointed out, you're seeing incremental revenue from the higher margin services for Apple. They had negative revenue growth for this fiscal quarter. They should once again have positive revenue growth next year, partly because what was as much as a 10 percentage point headwind for FX is now going to go away. So call it a mid-teens multiple for Apple. But I still think there's, downside risk from where we're trading today.
Tom, thank you very much for being here. We will see what plays out and how scary it is, if it really is a trick or a treat. Thanks very much. All right, let's trade this. Bonawyn, what do you make of shares of Apple here? I mean, the shine has come off a little.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing trades down to 160.
Okay.
Karen makes a good point in terms of like the blended multiple. Honestly, trying to read into China, I think your guess is as good as mine. It's just a whimsical situation. And I do think it should probably be handicapped to an extent for that reason. But it's really the services. If I start to see any cracks whatsoever in that segment, I'm pulling the ripcord. But I would probably be looking at 160 before it got interesting for me.
Okay. Dan?
Yeah, China was a real problem for Tesla. And I think they have lots of similar problems from a manufacturing standpoint, from an access to their consumer, from just generally, some of the nationalistic tendencies you might see from consumers. So some of the data coming out, September was down 6% year over year for the iPhone 14 to the 15. I think on the quarter, some of the estimates are down that they might be down 4%. So, like when I think about Apple, I say to myself, China's a huge problem for Apple. And especially as they de-emphasize manufacturing there. This is the first iPhone that's ever shipped from India. So you think about that, the reshoring to Vietnam and some of these other places, it's going to cost more. It's going to put pressure on those gross margins. So I expect, and Gene Munster mentions this all the time, one of the first things that they talk about is their installed base of iOS. This is what they're leaning on because they really want people to focus more on what the blended multiple might be for services. And to continue to grow that installed base, that means hopefully you're going to get more services. Services is also a business that's kind of constrained in China when you think about access to the firewall there and everything like that. So to me, China is very important. All that being said, it's down 15% in the print. It could have an Amazon response. If it's not as bad as people expect, maybe get a bit of a bounce. But I'd still be a seller. I think Tim's been saying 150 to the downside.